Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to A Place in Space. It's been a while. I'd love to say I haven't been drunkenly rolling around in the bushes for a week, but that would be a lie. So let's see if I can still remember what I'm doing. Right, Judgment Day. You've got the Omega out now. So Kieran Gillen's masterpiece, I think it's fair to say at this point, because that's wooed a little of all of us, is now wrapping up. I think you've got 2 more one-shots to come. I will check them and put them in a link for you below, because that will sneak by us all. Okay, big book. Okay, it's been a while. It's been looming for a bit. And you've got Fantastic Four #1, which is fit. I've read the first issue at lunch. It was wicked. This one's all about Benjamin Grimm. The next following 3 issues will all be about, obviously, your main characters before issue 5 kicks off proper. I want to come back to this title in a few minutes' time because it's going to get very gooey on the cover front, and by which I mean in the best possible way. Amazing Spider-Man 13 is Amazing Spider-Man issue 13. I'm chucking it in here because I just want to show you we've got a very Spidey heavy week. Obviously this. Spider-Man issue 2 is also out, all but gone. I'm actually showing you the only cover we have left available. So if you don't do pre-orders with us, there's a very good reason to. This is the local comic shop day cover. There's a few other local comic shop day covers doing the rounds this week as well. That's a beautiful Miles piece as well. You're watching, Lauren. Well done. Right, Spider-Man #1, that is The Lost Hunt. And I want to say, Spidey's gotten dark recently. You obviously had the Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man dropping very recently. That was grim. This is, I want to say, not as grim. Looks like it's certainly a chunkier issue as well. This looks incredibly cool. Peter's lost his powers, he's fled left with Mary Jane, and it's all gone a little bit dark. A lot of Craven's repertoire are running after him, and it's groovy, actually. Looking forward to that. There's a lot of Spidey goodness doing the rounds these days. A little bit of facsimile action as well going on this week. I'm going to kick off on Marvel, because they've like to remind you who the man in red and black is, Deadpool. I know it's been a while, we don't know, we've forgotten who you are. Don't worry, Rob, we will remember. That's Mr. Liefeld if you're watching. He's not watching. But anyway, yeah, the facsimile of first ever appearance of Deadpool is out now, New Mutants 98. It's considerably cheaper than the first print. Black Panther issue 1. Now, this is a one-shot because obviously the main series is still ongoing. The movie drops next week, and Marvel would like to tell you all about some characters who may or may not be in the cinema very soon. I did want to say as well, I want not just jaded, it does look bloody violent. If that's your cup of tea, get involved. That's Unconquered out now. DC time, alright? Keep up with me here, there's a lot. Detective Comics issue 38, that comes hot on the heels of Detective Comics 27 facsimile edition. This, of course, features the very first ever appearance of one Mr. Robin. We've been banging on about facsimiles for a while now, in that they reproduce perfectly those very first ever appearances. Obviously, in these huge issues, you get the main series of Batman proper, but they always gave you loads of bumper, good old fluff at the background, introducing new characters who did make it. I love it. Obviously, I'm never going to be able to afford the first print of this, much less if I could even find one, so it's genuinely a bit of a treat to hold page for page what the original print would have looked like, really. Now, this isn't a facsimile, it almost is. I'm not quite sure why they've done it like this, but obviously that is DC's decision, not mine. That is the 30th anniversary edition of The Death of Superman, Superman issue 75, and it reprints exactly page for page the original issue. Perhaps it's just a little bit more recent, and they've peppered it with a few more modern, up-to-date adverts and whatnot as well. But either way, very, very cool little piece to own, which steamrolled directly into this, which is the Death of Superman 30th Anniversary Special. This is a whopper. This is bigger than some graphic novels have been. So you've got the original team that were involved in Spider-Man 75? Calm down, Thomas, you've only just come back from holiday. Superman 75. Bringing you brand new content and a brand new villain. You've got Doombringer in here making his massive splashy debut, and I want to see if I can find you the title page where the creative teams are. Can I? I can. Some of you may wish to pause there because there's a lot going on in there. There's a lot to unpack, much more so than I could do in this video, but yeah. Good stuff there from DC. A few more to finish up. You've got Becky Cloonan bringing her Batgirls run to a conclusion. You've got one more annual to come. I think Becky's still bringing the strong game on over on Wonder Woman as well. So well done, Becky. It's been a while. Let's do Roadburn again soon. This is the new Golden Age #1. Now, this is from Jeff Johns and looking, frankly, rather spectacular. This is just preceding his Justice Society series coming up, and this looks wonderful. I'm really sorry. We've all but sold out. So again, pre-orders are doing strong, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't been looking for the pre-orders we have going live every single month on eBay, we list our pre-orders 2 months at a time, so you've got tons of time to scope out what the big companies are doing. This one absolutely took off. We will try and get more, but we might not be able to. So if you're not already in the swing of it, just try and get used to looking what we're putting online, because it'll be a very, very good way to scope out what the big companies are doing ahead of time. It's good stuff. Wildcats #1 is from Matthew Rosenberg. Now, it is somehow 30 years since the origins of Wildstorm. And it's been a while. So this is brand new ongoing stuff from Matthew. Looks beautiful if you're a fan of the original team. Bit of a freshening up on the original kind of artwork front. That's Segovia on the artwork pencils there with a lot of lovely digital colouring. Looks really, really sweet stuff. And now I'm going to bother you with a few indies for a few minutes, because you've got Firefly. That's a one-shot. That's Keep Flying. Super Soldiers. Soldier Stories. That's from the good boys and girls of Top Cow. Now, this is by all ex-Army alumni who literally walked those paths. So I want to say that's probably going to be quite a serious piece. I've had a quick flick through. It is very gritty. This is not hyperbole-driven kind of game-orientated warfare. That's quite a somber look at what goes down, I think. Very cool. Star Trek, that's his Trill. Obviously, if you're a fan of the symbiotic species for any reason, IDW have you covered on the one shot. We've got Two Graves. This is back to Image now super quickly. This is Death and the Maiden retold, really. So if you like your classics, or you just fancy a little bit of a grimmer book than usual, that's from alternating points of view. So that's quite a snazzy first issue. Had a quick flick through that. A little bit bamboozling, actually. I'm not quite sure how this fits into the modern era of comics, but I'm absolutely here for it. I adore how the indie scene can keep on ferreting around, find these weird little things and do wonderful things with them. It's killer. This is balmy, however, taking a completely different tack from the classics. You've got Ninja Funk, which, as far as I can work out, is about a ragtag band of nutters trying to save a ragtag nutty world. Sounds fun. To end up, we're going to go back over to Scout. Now, I've been banging on about Scout now for a couple of years. They do really kind of cool, schlocky, pulpy stuff, but do it brilliantly. There's a place for it, and it works. This is Killchella, which is about a, should we say, a very famous musician coming out of retirement and urging her followers to kill everyone. So expect madness from that, and less than PC orientation, shall we say. Right, everyone behind the camera is getting bored, so I'm going to do some covers of the week and then we're going to go home. This is Wonder Woman's cover this week. That's Jen Bartel bringing you the best of the 90s. Love, love, love those 90s covers. Complete with the original DC logo. Listen to me. Was it the original DC logo? I think it was. I'll rephrase myself. That is Jen Bartel. You've got Carlos Barberi doing the Batman and Robin. Again, 90s variant cover this week. Love that. Really thick cardstock cover. I want to give a bit of a shout out now to Liam Sharp, because these are just Starhenge's regular covers. But by God, this man absolutely goes for it. I can't show the insides now because time's not on our side. But if you're not familiar with this man's work, pick up any book he does. It will just look fantastic. That is Aaron Campbell on the Nice House on the Lake cover B cardstock cover this week. Again, DC are doing you beautiful covers. Really, really nice thick cardboard covers on those. I forgot her first name, but her surname is Selena. That's beautiful. Pin-up cover done with the best of them for me on that one. That's Gun Honey. Right, I waffled on to you a couple of minutes ago about Fantastic Four. Alex Ross is amazing. I think it's fair to say at this point he's amazing. He's doing a very un-Alex Rossi, but very Alex Rossi series of black and white variants for the next 4 issues. So if you fancy yourself a character-driven piece of portraits, they're going to be beautiful in black and white, no less. It's not often you see Alex Ross going back to the black and whites. Also, J. Scott Campbell chimes in with probably my favourite cover he's done in absolutely forever. He's somewhat a little bit on the simple side for me sometimes. I really enjoy that. I love the Kirby-ish background, and I think Campbell's pencils and that are just to die for. Divine. But I'm going to go with this, which is Ninja Funk's homage on a homage, splicing together everything. That's Tyler Kirkham bringing you the best of Amazing Spider-Man, the best of Saga, whatever the hell Ninja Funk wants to be, and probably a whole lot of pharmaceuticals. It's going to be back, ladies and gentlemen. I've missed you. Love you. Bye.